Hi, and I'd like to welcome you this evening to Granny in the Saddle. For those of you who have not seen the channel before, this is where today I'm just going to have a little chat. We've been out this evening, we've taken delivery of a hay. I normally have lemonade. I've had to put some gin in it. And the reason why I've had to put gin in my lemonade is due to the cost of hay at the moment. Now, I'm not saying that farmers are being greedy, I'm not saying that at all, but at the moment, we just cannot get it. And therefore, they can charge what they like. Unfortunately, when you've got horses, those that need feeding, you've got to pay it. It just reminds me a little bit, you remember in COVID, we all remember watching the news, and there was that guy, the one guy that had the toilet roll, and he was charging 20 quid for the toilet roll. And if you needed the toilet, you had to pay £20. And it almost feels like that with the hay. I almost feel like it's outpriced gold at the moment. So all those gold merchants, they need to be flipping and getting into hay because that's where the money's being made. I'm only joking. At the end of the day, it's a supply and demand. I fully understand that. They've got the supply, we need the demand, so the prices are going to skyrocket. The biggest fear I've got is that it's not going to come down. And I think that, several months ago, I was on a course, and part of the course, they were saying that horse ownership would possibly only be in the next 20 years. The way that things are going with hunting, racing, there's that many people that are against horse riding that they do. Honestly, the suggestion is that it will only be in the next 20 years that there'll be horse riding. And that I was at the time I was thinking, no, it won't be. But I can just see, I'm seeing on social media, people, they're losing their horses, they're selling the horses, and they are not getting back into it. And I just think that everything is just outpricing your average horse owner. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to do my Granny in the Saddle channel. Because here, hopefully, by subscribing and coming along on my journey, you will see how I manage to cut corners. I don't buy expensive things. I'll trade something very expensive for something less expensive. It will still do the same job, but it won't have the enormous price tag. Like the saddle racks that I made. I was desperate for saddle racks, but I wanted the tack rim to look nice. 8 saddle racks would have cost me £240, and I made them for £4.50, well, less than £4.50 each. It's a no-brainer, and I think as we move forward with horse ownership, we are going to have to start looking into what horse hacks are about there. Where can we save money? You know, not that our horses will go without, because my horses will never go without. I would rather go without eating than for my horses to go without eating. That's never going to be an option. But it's okay, if I've got to spend there, where can I save? And I think that will be the future of horse ownership. I think we'll become a little bit more savvy in what we do, when we do it, and stuff like that. So hopefully, if you do subscribe to the channel, you learn something, and you may pick up some money saving tips. But this is to drown my sorrows at the cost of what I've just spent on the hay that I've just purchased. And by the way, my husband wasn't there when I did the transfer. That's another tip. If you're buying hay, do not pay anything up front. There's lots of people out there scamming. The genuine sellers will allow you to pay cash on delivery or bank transfer on delivery. And that's what I've just done. So I've taken the delivery, and while he was there delivering the hay, I've done him a bank transfer, and he was happy with that. He actually said he would rather have the bank transfer than the cash. So, the genuine sellers are out there. Anybody asking you for money up front, just leave them to it. Do not part with any money without the hay being delivered. All right, that would be Granny's top tip. All right, so see you again. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe.